Wanted to show you the new third grade grammar book. I'm making these for third, fourth, and fifth. So it has 34 learn pages, sentence practice, and multiple choice. So basically what I did is I put lots of instructions at the beginning of the book, differentiation, exactly how to teach it. And then I have a pacing guide at the front of the book that tells you exactly which lessons to do in the first semester. So this will take you through the first semester and you will basically be finished with editing. I took all of the editing teaks and broke them into skills. So you will be finished with all of that by December. Okay. Then second semester, it gets into revising one skill at a time. Then basically gets into using part 2 to this book, which is the revising and editing workbooks that you might be familiar with. So that is when you would do the spiral review from basically week 25 or February all the way to STAR, okay? And this shows you all of the teaks, where these came from. It has editing teaks, it has spelling teaks, which are part of the editing, but I also took the actual spelling teaks from 3.2b, added those in, and this is the table of contents. So it has spelling, going back one page, it has spelling, it has revising and editing teaks. Table of contents, this is the order of the book. You can do it in any order you want. You could use the pacing guide and do it in the order that it comes. So basically the order of the table of contents is it's going to have all of the editing first, okay? And then it gets into advanced skills. These are not technically part of the third grade teaks, but I added them in because I think they are important writing skills. So I added in quotation marks and complex sentences. Then it's going to get into all of the spelling. Okay, so the rest of this is all spelling, including homophones. Then it gets into revising, word choice, adding in missing details, combining sentences, out of order words, eliminating repetition, follow and support. And so I'm going to walk you through a lesson. So basically this is going back to, kindergarten and punctuation. I put this in here because as you probably agree, a lot of students still need to review this. So it has the learn page is basically the grammar rules for that skill. Okay, it's kind of like an anchor chart. Then it has sentence practice. The sentence practice is the magic because this is where they apply the grammar skill writing sentences. It starts off easier where I give them a sentence and they have to put in the punctuation. Then they have to come up with their own authentic sentences, which is harder. Towards the end of the lesson, they have to come up with their own sentences. Then it has an editing passage where they have to choose the correct answer, but it is only testing end punctuation. So see how this is different from the revising and editing workbook that spirals all of the teaks. This just has one skill at a time. I would say one of the teaks at a time, but it breaks down the teaks into even smaller chunks in a way that I think a teacher could teach it. Okay, so this is capitalization. Okay, so it goes through common and proper nouns. It goes through all these different skills, and each one follows that pattern with a learn page, sentence practice, and a passage integrated with social studies or science. And all of the multiple choice is going to go like this one is pronouns. So all of the multiple choice is only going to be testing pronouns. Verb tense. Okay, so it goes through all of these. Now I'm going to jump to the back. This is spelling, abbreviations. I'm going to jump to revising. I want to show you what we get into with revising. So revising, it starts off with word choice. Okay, changing boring words to more specific words. This is going to help your students with their writing. but they need to be explicitly taught what is word choice. Then they practice with a word bank. So this book has a lot of scaffolding. It is fantastic for ESL students, for your EB students, for SPED students, for really all students. All students would benefit from this explicit instruction. And then for the word choice, they are picking the best word, the most specific word. Okay, then it gets into harder stuff. If you keep flipping through the book, it will get into eliminating repetition. It will get into eliminating off-topic sentences. Okay, and then it gets into follow and support. So what does follow and support mean? When they see this question on the test, what does that even mean? So it goes through several examples. This is the page that the teacher would teach the students. The sentence practice, the teacher would give feedback on that before they move on to the multiple choice. Okay, so that is the book. And at the very back, there is an answer key.